Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Fortnite tips and tricks video. Now, it's been the top comment a few times and I've seen it overall through a bunch of my videos in the comments. People asking me for shotgun tips. Now, I made a video a couple weeks ago talking about the difference between each of the shotguns. Of course, you got the pump, you got the tac, you got the heavy. But today's video is going to be all about what people have been highly requesting from me. How to aim better with shotguns in this game. Now, shotguns are the #1 thing that your aim matters the most on because first of all, well, if you miss the shot and the enemy hits you, you're going to die. It's not like you can just, I mean, certain situations you could build, but it's not like if you're out in the open with an AR fight. And as well as the way shotguns work, it's not just about hitting the shot, it's about how good you hit the shot. I'll explain everything in today's video. Smack a like on this video. I'd really appreciate if we go for 805 likes. That would be amazing. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Thank you guys so much for everything. We're over 167,000 subscribers on that road for 200K, baby. And I'm so excited. So smack a like on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and not already subscribed. You definitely should be because, you know, I make a lot of Fortnite tips and tricks videos, talk about everything you guys need to know to get better at this game and stuff like that. Let's talk about it. Now, how shotguns work in this game, and basically why it's so important to aim better with shotguns is, of course, that's the most important fights to win are the up close and personal shotguns, or you're never going to make it out of the early game to even have a chance at mid or late game, and even then you still need good shotgun fights to be able to win up close. Now, the way shotguns work is they don't shoot one bullet like how an AR works. If you hit a guy with the scar, you're hitting for that damage. Now, of course, there's damage drop off, but if you hit a guy with the gold scar, you're going to hit them for 36, or as it drops off over range, or also 72 in the head, right? But if you hit a guy with the shotgun, you could hit him for literally 5 damage up till 237 with the pump is the highest you can hit for. And that is because of the headshot multiplier #1 on shotguns is bigger than ever. 250% on all the other guns. It's or not all, I'm not sure if it's all the other guns, but pretty much all the other guns, it's 200%. 250% headshot multiplier. Aiming for the head is key. And also how it works and why you might be hitting for low damage is because shotguns shoot pellets. So if you hit a guy who's moving, or you might hit him with only a couple pellets in the arm, you might hit him for 9 damage or whatever. But if you shoot them directly in the face, you can hit them for 200 and one-shot people, depending on the shotgun that it comes down to. So this video, now that you understand how shotguns work, why it's so important, let's talk about how to aim with shotguns. Now, the first key is your sensitivity. As you guys know, I play on usually a 5 or a 6 I've been using a lot lately, and with shotguns and with building, of course, the higher sensitivity is better, but on shotguns, a medium to a lower sensitivity is actually better. And you may be wondering, wait, why is that? Of course, you'll be able to swipe faster and like turn around and shoot a guy in the face faster if you have a higher sensitivity, but for consistent shotgun aiming, you're going to be lining it up with your controller sensitivity or your mouse sensitivity, depending on if you play console or on the PC. And it really does, having a lower or more average one really does help in shotgun fights because you won't really spaz out on the thumbsticks or on the mouse, and you can line up those fights. Now, how I suggest taking shotgun fights is, well, first of all, the sensitivity. If you're missing a lot of shots with shotguns, drop your sensitivity. That's the first step. And don't drop it like don't listen to this video and say, well, I play on a 10, let me go to a 3. No. If you play on a 10, go down to a 9. If you play on a 7, go down to a 6. Dropping your sensitivity just by 1 point, while it may slow down your building by 1 to 2%, it could completely change your game around by making your shotgun fights so much better and so much more consistent. That is the major key. Now, what you're going to want to do in these shotgun fights is you're always 100,000% of the time going to want to aim for the head to get that 250% multiplier. You really can't one-shot people to the body. Even the blue pump only does 95 to the body if you hit all the pellets. So you're going to want to line up your shots with a normal sensitivity around there. And how you're going to want to shoot people is sort of quick scoping with the guns, and this works for all shotguns. What I mean by that is you'll see how I line it up with basically like a hip fire, just aim it, and then when I'm going to shoot someone, I will sort of quick aim in right before I take the shot, or as I'm taking the shot. It's sort of like a quick scope motion, and that's 100% the best way to do it, because you don't want to be aiming down sights and trying to move around, because your sensitivity is going to be a bit too slow for your aim down sight sensitivity, because that's more for AR shots or stuff like that. So you want to line it up, aim in as you're shooting, just because that will increase the percentage-wise the amount of pellets that can possibly hit the enemy. You know, of course, you're going to be a bit more accurate when aim down sights. You aim down sights as you're shooting with a little quick scope motion, if you guys are understanding what I'm talking about. If not, you'll see me do it in this gameplay countless times, and that is definitely the best way to do it. Of course, you're going to want to aim for the head, and the other issue is moving targets. Not only if your aim is off, you know, of course, if a guy's standing still, it's really easy to hit them with all the pellets. If they're jumping, if they're falling, rolling, if they're going side to side, it is a lot harder. And that's why it's key to make sure you line it up right with the middle of them. You want to line up your crosshair basically works like a little square, right? You have that little dot in the middle, and you want to line that right in the middle of their head, right in the middle of their body, whatever it is. And that's how you want to be able to hit them, because headshots hitting that 250 times multiplier. So essentially, if I'm with a guy, or I'm fighting a guy in a fight, he shoots me in the body twice, I hit him in the head once, I'm going to win that fight. That's just how it works. You can see right there the enemy standing still, and I hit him for 150. The reason why, because I was a bit farther away. Still huge damage. Right here, up close and personal, 225 or something. So I hit almost every single pellet there with the pump. Now, as far as the different shotguns go, I talked about sensitivity, I've talked about headshots, and how you can sort of quick scope or quick zoom with it. Height advantage is key for winning these shotgun fights, and for, I guess you could say, aiming better. I don't know if it technically goes under aiming better, because the fact is, height advantage is just key for winning fights in general. But when you have a higher height advantage, it's a lot easier to aim on someone's head. So I guess it is easier, as is an aiming tip here. The reason why, because when I'm up above someone in a base or whatever, and they're down below me, what's the first thing that you're going to see when you're looking vertically down at them, on a vertical line or whatever? You're going to see the top of their head, and that's going to be the first target to hit. It's very, very easy. Having the height advantage helps in multiple ways. It's harder for them to see, all of your body. You get to see their whole body, but you have the angle straight on the headshot. Height advantage and building up is a major, major key. It's a lot better shooting down at someone than shooting up, and that's why your building needs to be combined. Off the rip, having good aim with shotgun will win you Tilted Towers. Like, straight up, if you can aim with shotguns, it's probably the most important tip in the game. You're going to win Tilted Towers a lot of the time. But if you can't build those late game shotgun fights where it's involved building plus shotgunning, you're going to lose those a lot, because you need to have the perfect package together with both of them. Next thing I'll talk about, another tip to help you aim with the shotguns and get yourself a little of an advantage, is the right hand camera view trick. Now, this one I'm going to explain to you guys. I've talked about this before. I call it right hand advantage. Basically, all the characters in this game are right-handed. They use their right hand to pull the trigger. They use their left hand to support the barrel. That's how it works with all the shotguns, right? So say there's a doorway right in front of you. Picture a doorway right in front of you. If you're standing on the left of that doorway, moving left to right to peek through it, it's going to give you an advantage over moving from the right to left. And the reason why is that right hand advantage. Basically, peeking via left to right, your gun and your right arm will be the first things to show, and on the other person's screen, you're going to be basically getting that camera view advantage and seeing them a bit quicker, and they're going to see less of your body. When the fact is, if you peek the other way, they're going to see your whole left chest, all your left side of your whole body, and have that advantage on you. That's a major tip that I can say as far as that. Now, as far as the different shotguns go, I've been messing around in Season 4, because last time I made a shotgun video was a couple weeks ago, but with Season 4, I feel like double pump is back, okay? I was a big fan of double pump, but the thing with double pump is, sure, it's back, sure, it's good. It's just straight up slow. The way you whip out the shotgun, you have to whip it around your head like a freaking lasso. It's ridiculous, right? So double pump can be good, and you'll see me using it. I'm not saying it's garbage. I'm going to be using it in future gameplays, But what I'm really rocking with right now, especially if you can get what I had in this gameplay, which is a blue, if I only have a common or a gray tactical, I'll probably just double pump. But if I have a blue or a green tack, I'm always going to start using those in the future, because I feel like aiming is hard. And the fact is, you can't have perfect aim every single time, especially if you're playing on console with a controller. Facts are, it's harder to aim on the controller than it is with the mouse and keyboard, and that's why you have aim assist and different stuff like that. But the thing is that I really do feel like the pump into the tactical is a great combo, or just straight up going in with the tactical at close range. I feel like that's really what I've been accustomed to. Having a pump is great for the longer range, more open gunfights, but when you're straight up in Tilted Towers or in other places, I feel like the tactical is the way to go, because of the fact that at close range it does really good damage. Of course, not as much as the pump, but you get those more tries with it. So even if I miss a couple shots, or I hit them for a low amount, I can keep spraying that and be able to win that fight. You never know with a pump, when you think you got their head lined up, they move at the last second, maybe there's a little bit of lag or latency or something with that, and you hit them for 9 damage, you're screwed. If I hit you for 9 damage with the tactical, that fight is still not over, and that's why I feel like up close and personal, where you're too close to them to build a wall, like it won't do anything, anything because you'll both be within the confines of that wall. I feel like the tack is the way to go. As far as shotgun aim tips, that's what it comes down to. If you're missing your shots, first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to lower your sensitivity by 1. You're going to want to work on lining up your crosshair with people's heads, sort of quick scoping in on them. And the best way to practice this is just straight up go tilted towers every single time. Grab a shotgun. You might get destroyed, you know, you might hurt your KD ratio or whatever, but the facts are it will make you a better player. Having good aim with a shotgun is a major key, and it all depends on how good your aim is to see if you even hit them and how much damage you're going to do, which is a big thing that, you know, not a lot of people know about the shotguns. That's how they work. Hopefully these tips will help you guys aim better with shotguns. Let me know in the comment section down below what other tip videos you would like me to make in the future. Of course, drop a like if you guys made it to the end. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and have a great night. I'm out. Peace.